से शुरू करूँ दोबारा या?
You can go after like the first question, but just start the introduction as well.
Yeah, hi. So,
And one, looking to Ashisha.
Okay.
And so you would be looking.
I think introduction कर रहे हैं, right?
हाँ अभी introduction कर रहा हूँ
You'll be looking in the camera.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
can look towards sir.
Okay.
Okay, ready? And 1, 2, 3.
Good morning, friends. Today, I'm coming up with this video primarily for those who are having a similar kind of a situations. We are trying to give you first-hand insight from one of our clients who approached us about a year back, and we helped them with the application. So the reason that we are shooting this video is that people, those who are in such kind of a situation, they should know where to go and who to approach, so that we can certainly help them in these kind of situations. I'm introducing Mr. Sharukh today. He has agreed to give us a video today. Welcome here, Sharukh.
Thank you, sir.
He has flown from Calgary to Surrey just to give this first-hand insight. I'm really thankful and I'm highly appreciative of this gesture of yours, Sharukh. Not everybody does that. It shows a kind of a human being that you are, and I'm sure that this video will certainly help many other souls like yours. I know this is an important I would say step for every student who comes into Canada, is to get to a post-graduation work permit. And in your case, the situation was a little difficult. You had applied for PGWP and it got refused because of not maintaining the full-time status. So what we will do in this interview is I'll probably ask you a few questions which will help our audience to understand the exact situation and how that situation was handled, and finally what was the result and outcome of that situation.
Yes, definitely, sir.
So would you please let us let our audience know that what exactly happened when you applied for the first time and what happened?
Okay. So in May 2021, I graduated from my university. I was pursuing my master's in chemical engineering. Then I got a job in BC, so I had to move over here. Then on January 12th, I got a PGWP refusal stating that I did not maintain full-time status as a student, which is very confusing because I did have a full-time status, but that's how I got the refusal in the first place.
I understand totally, because the law says that if you're not full-time in each academic semester, the officer is going to refuse it. But there are some exceptions which are available, and that's what we tap when we try to do the application. So what fears were there when you were trying to look for another somebody who could assist you in this application? What were your questions in your mind? What were the fears in your mind? What were the uncertainties in your mind? What were the doubts in your mind? And whom did you approach, and how did you get to us?
Well, honestly speaking, the amount of uncertainties that I had in my mind were infinite.
I know.
So, but I was actually, as soon as I got the refusal, I was talking to many lawyers, back to back, calling them like throughout the Canada, not just for BC. But thankfully, my wife, she found your video on YouTube. So she suggested me that this is exactly the kind of professional help we need at this point. So that's why I came to you, and boy, that was the best decision I made, because I talked to you, and you were the only lawyer or consultant who gave me who asked me the right questions, because most of them weren't even willing to take up the case because they see it as a complicated case, and it might affect their status or whatever. So
they fear that more refusals will bring bad name to their organization. So
exactly.
they don't want to put hands into such complex cases.
Yes, but you were willing, so that was that itself was a sign of relief that somebody out there was ready to help me out. That is a very big safe feeling.
So how did you choose us? I mean, this is one thing that we said positive, but then you would still have some questions that why am I saying that yes, we can help you?
The reason why I agreed to go with you was initially you asked me what exactly did during my semesters, and if I had gaps, what were the gaps because of, and you asked me if I had the letters from the university. You see, none of the lawyers, right, asked me these nitty-gritty details that are very crucial in cases like this, I think.
Yeah. So they didn't basically do the, I would say,
Backgrounds.
right question asking, so that, I mean, you need to do the, you need to ask relevant questions to understand the situation
Exactly.
thoroughly, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And one more thing I would like to say is, like, most of them were naysayers, but you wanted to see first. You wanted to, like, test the waters. So that also kind of gave me hope. Okay, somebody is willing to have a look at least, you know.
That made the difference.
Yes.
That made the
Yeah.
difference. Okay. Yeah, wonderful. So when we started, you decided that you want to go with us. So then we started working on your case. When we started working on your case, what was your opinion at that point in time?
At the opinion at the time, well, I was, of course, I was very worried. I don't know what I am looking at or what is going to happen. I was also under the misconception that everything will be solved in 6 months, couple of months, like that. But that did not happen. But it's not about that. But you were able to take care of me during that time. Like, you asked me the right questions, and then
Do you remember when we prepared your application?
Yes. So what you did was, for the proof that you asked, thankfully I had all the proof that you required.
Yeah.
And especially the affidavit that you made us prepare, that was very looked out, and it stood out.
That was pretty comprehensive.
Yes, yeah. I think it was kind of, it gives a statement that to the agents who are dealing with the application, that whatever mentioned in the application is truthful, you know.
Yeah.
So that kind of helps. That's a very logical thing that I saw from your side. After seeing how you operate, started to kind of give me hope that, okay, maybe I got a chance.
Maybe we got a chance. Yeah. Wonderful. Yeah.
In the beginning, maybe.
That's how it happens. So once you get into the situation, then when you start taking help, then when we start helping you, when we start preparing your application, once the application is completely done, that gives you some confidence that yes, now have some chance.
Yeah.
But still, you can't say it with 100% because we also don't give you guarantees.
Yes.
And then when the application is read by the officer, he goes through the details. Then there are different things that happen. So in your case, the file got marked to domestic network.
Yes.
That was another. So when it gets marked to DN, then there are two things that generally happen. So once the officer is convinced, but he wants to make sure that you have not done any study permit violations, they send it to DN. So, and then DN takes long time, and we are generally worried that our clients may lose patience because of that. So as a moral obligation, we have to be in touch with them. We have to communicate regularly. I hope we did justice to our job during that time as well.
Yes. I still remember the day where I was stupid enough to go to the border. Thankfully, I did not cross the border. Yeah. I called you from there, but you convinced me, like,
please. I kind of begged on that day that, Sharukh, please do not go. I understand that you are in situation, but trust me, we will get a positive result. Just wait for a few more days or months.
Yes.
And thankfully, you agreed to that, and you stayed back. And finally, one fine day, we got an email which said that, hey, we need the dean's letter. What did they want?
Yes, the registration committee's letter that they gave the decision.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, and once they got that, they still took some time.
They took
some 15-20 days, right?
They asked us the letter on December 8th.
Yeah, you know the dates, right?
Yeah, I remember the date because I was living through every single day of it. So on December 8th, they asked for the letter, and they gave us deadline till December 18th.
Yeah.
But we sent the letter immediately on December. No, we sent it on 8th.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Excellent.
So we sent it on 8th. Then we didn't hear from it. Then I was thinking that, okay, it's going to get rejected, and for some reason, like, I kind of booked a flight back to India thinking that, okay, it's not gonna come, I'm just wasting my time.
No, but at that stage I was very confident.
Oh, okay.
So the moment we got that that request letter, so I got to understand that the officer has gone through everything, and he is now just wants to determine that whatever we are writing is absolutely correct.
Okay.
I don't know why we did not attach that letter with in the first place, but then thankfully he asked. We had a mention of that letter in the affidavit as well as in my submission letter.
Yes, yes.
So he asked for it and we presented it, and he
Yeah.
finally gave the positive answer.
Yeah. And January 8th, I booked my flight back to India. But January 16th, I got approval. And I thank God that I cancelled that ticket and planned to wait a month more, you know.
Yeah. Good. All that ends well. It's great to see positive results and happy customers always. It doesn't mean that we don't get refusals. We do get refusals as well. But then, but when complex cases get approved, they give you a lot of confidence, and then it helps build your practice.
Yes. But I think the thing about being an immigrant, right? Nobody knows honestly if your application will be approved or rejected. But the fact that there is someone behind you, someone holding your hand in a country that you know nothing about, gives you kind of confidence to go through life. And in that factor, right, you were really amazing, sir.
No, I've seen few things in this practice. God has given me this profession since the time I've come here. I've come across so many students, so many individuals who have come here to for a better life, and when they come across such situations, being at help for them gives me a lot of positive accentuation to be in this business. I'm getting old, but I still want to continue as long as possible in this profession, just because this gives me kick, helping people. So genuinely helping people to reach and achieve the desired goals that they have.
Yes, sir.
I'm looking forward to you becoming permanent residents, and your
Definitely.
and your wife. She has been also talking to me quite some time.
Yeah.
I forgot her name.
Shad. Shad.
Shad,
Yeah.
Shad Fatima.
Shad Fatima.
Yeah. So she's in India, and she also spoke to me a couple of times.
Yes.
And wonderful. I wish you a great life ahead in Canada.
Thank you so much, sir.
And I wish that you become permanent residents and then citizens of this beautiful country.
Definitely.
Thank you very much.
You're most welcome.
Thanks for
sir.
this great first-hand insight.
The pleasure is all mine, sir.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
Good.
ठीक हो गया?